On the news tonight, stakeholders meet to address effective malaria management. Federal government directs implementation of overhaul of Nigeria's road safety measures. Good evening and happy weekend. This is NTA Jabode News at 7, coming to you from your heritage station. Thanks for staying tuned with us. My name is Olawumi Adeniji. Here are the details of our package. Reduction of greenhouse gases emission have been described as critical to mitigating climate change and protection of the environment. A professor of atmospheric physics at Taisho Lanre University of Education, Ijagun Ijebu-Ode, Professor Johnson Olufemi Adepiton, while delivering the 27th inaugural lecture of the institution, said adherence to this warning will also have a positive impact on human health. Anthony Gandonu has more.
Is believed to be coming at the right time, going by the challenge posed by human activities on the weather. Summarizing the lecture, the Vice Chancellor, Taisho Lanre University of Education, Ijagun, Professor Oluwole Banjo, pointed out that the title of the lecture is important, especially due to the effect of greenhouse gases on the global warming.
The lecturer noted that Nigeria's temperature is rising by 0.003 degrees centigrade per year, indicating the country's sphere of global warming. He warned that as a result, Nigeria may begin to experience extreme weather events such as droughts, heavy rainfall, and heat waves.
With the title Earth's Atmosphere, the multi-layered source of the toasted Earth space sandwich, Professor Olufemi Adepiton, who posited that without sun there is no life on Earth, added that the output of human activities are negatively affecting the atmosphere, hence the need for caution to reduce restriction of the atmosphere.
Always work with model to solve problems relating to climatic situation. So that arrangement is what spurred me to see it as a sandwich, the atmosphere sandwich between the earth and the space.
Describing the inaugural lecture as the university's contribution to providing solutions to global environment challenge, some attendees commended the lecturer.
It was a very wonderful one, quite enlightening, so thank God for it. Of course, and then that it's better to use asbestos than to use POP, or what's it called? So that's also a very wonderful one. And
to my understanding, human activities, if it is not checked, we might have a problem on our hands at the end of the day.
Everything about the upper atmosphere, is what we have come to learn today. Although we have been learning from books, but the professor has been able to bring everything in simple language for all of us.
The Ivory Tower believes exploring the essentials of resilience would definitely prepare individuals to weather the storms of life and emerge stronger rather than resigning to fate. In Ijebu-Ode, Anthony Gandonu, NTA News.
The federal government has directed the implementation of overhaul of Nigeria's road safety measures aimed at addressing Nigeria's road safety and reduce road traffic accidents across the nation. Vice President Kashim Shettima gave the directive during a meeting with the leadership of the Federal Road Safety Corps, led by his Corps Marshal Shehu Mohammed at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. State House correspondent Abdurrahman Jibriya reports that the Vice President will inaugurate the National Road Safety Advisory Council, saddled with the responsibility of reducing traffic accidents by half before 2030, stressing the urgent need to address the increasing accidents on the highways and in the cities caused by non-adherence to traffic regulations. The Vice President, who chairs the National Road Safety Advisory Council, highlighted the importance of leveraging technology and enforcing discipline to improve road safety, emphasizing the interconnected nature of road safety with border security concerns. Corps Marshal Shehu Mohammed said the National Road Safety Advisory Council is a critical aspect strategy 2021 to 2030, outlining the council's primary functions to include settling national road safety targets, coordinating efforts between federal, states, and local governments, as well overseeing the implementation of strategic initiatives. The council's membership includes 6 governors representing the 6 geopolitical zones, various ministers, the National Security Advisor, and the President of the Association of Local Governments of Nigeria. Ogun State government has commenced palliative work on the third portions of the Shagamu-Ore Benin Expressway to address the traffic logjam being encountered by road users. Governor Dapo Abiodun, who paid an unscheduled visit to the area, lamented the bad condition of the road and the daily loss of man-hours. Akim Jimo Hasman.
The area notes that the contract for the reconstruction of the road was initially awarded by the previous administration in Ogun State before it was abandoned by the contractors handling it.
This road was totally impassable because for some reason there's a drainage that goes underneath this road that's meant to drain water coming from a canal to my right. That drainage had been completely blocked, and because of that this road had now begun to pond.
While underscoring the importance of the road as the gateway to other parts of the country, the governor disclosed that some state officials have been deployed to reconstruct its drainage system.
What they've done so far has allowed the water to begin to flow. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done. In the meantime, you see that they are filling this place with hardcore, and they're going to continue to fill it so that it can be passable. But this is just an immediate intervention.
He explained that he had informed President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on the need for the federal government to intervene in the situation by awarding the contract for the reconstruction of the road to a reputable contractor from Shagamu in Shagamu local government area of Ogun State. Akim Jimo, NTA News.
And on to sub-health matters. For a while now, the Nigerian government has been making progress in the elimination of malaria, but gaps remain in the area of perceptions about symptoms of the disease. Uche Ugochukwu reports that the National Malaria Elimination and Control Program dialogued with newsmen in Abuja to address the issue of effective malaria case management and the appropriate use of malaria medicines.
When the body is hot and the person is feeling cold, they feel that is malaria.
I don't put my family on the map. Like, there is a period of time, like every 2 months, I deworm them and I treat them of malaria.
The narratives of Emmanuel and Josephine are those of many Nigerians who relate any fever to malaria, leading to a cycle of self-diagnosis and misuse of medications. This media dialogue aims to change these narratives by educating the populace about the importance of environmental manipulation, laboratory testing, and the responsible use of anti-malarials, as taking the right steps can save lives and resources.
We want to see people collaborating with the National Malaria Elimination Program, Federal Ministry of Health, in disseminating the correct messages of malaria to our people.
Embedded within this malaria case management actually is the diagnosis and treatment of malaria as appropriate.
So when we test before we treat, so we delay the onset and reduce the spread of drug resistance, we limit wastage and we ensure effective management of fever cases. So we are not treating fevers that are attributed to other diseases or other things. We are targeting our intervention and our use of resources and medicines.
One of the challenges we've been having so far is people saying the nets are not working, the anti-malaria medicines are not working. But I want to assure you that these are some of the interventions that have been demonstrated to be very, very efficacious.
As Nigeria, which contributes 22% of the global burden of malaria, gears towards the elimination of the disease, enlightening the public on effective case management, experts say, will not only reduce malaria attacks, but also improve overall health outcomes for future generations. Uche Uguchukwu, NTA News.
And in the meantime, entrenching a collaborative comprehensive cardiac care as part of efforts at pushing for healthy heart promotion, guests on Good Morning Nigeria say can reduce death from cardiovascular diseases. The guest also advocates for health insurance coverage for emergency cardiac cases. Leader Samson reports.
Managing heart diseases, Guest on Good Morning Nigeria noted is quite expensive and in other climes is covered by health insurance. Unfortunately, high blood pressure, which predisposes to most heart conditions, the experts say are usually without symptoms.
What hypertension does is that it affects those pipes, he calls them the pipes, that lead blood out of the heart. It affects them so much so that the heart muscle begins to get thickened as a way of, responding to the fact that the heart will be pumping against a very high and elevated pressure.
Around the world, we know that heart disease is perhaps the leading cause of death around the world, and Nigeria is no exception, and is beginning to play a very important role. We've seen recent evidences, recent people dying even on TV, even in National Assembly, and it's something that all of us need to take full cognizance of, especially here in Nigeria.
The cardiologists are clamoring for healthy heart promotion and healthy lifestyle, including exercise, lower salt intake, abstaining from smoking and alcohol.
It depends on when you catch the patient. If a child has a hole in the heart and you fix it at that time, that hole has not had untoward effects on that heart. Will have a normal lifespan.
The key to cardiac diseases is actually prevention. Health promotion is the key, and then of course advocacies to government agencies and then to individuals as per the magnitude of heart diseases, how to identify them early, how to prevent them, and how to get intervention early.
With multiple predisposing factors, the guests urge Nigerians to ensure regular blood pressure checks to identify and mitigate future risks to the heart, which is the most critical organ for human survival. In Abuja, Lydia Samson, NTA News.
We are going on a short break now. The news continues afterwards.
It's the Glow Festival of Joy and it's raining exciting prizes. Oh, for 120 days, we take it to the max. Mind-blowing, loaded prizes. Take John, winning a tear rubber Toyota Prado by recharging up to 100,000 naira. And Sister T winning a Cha-Cha Kia Picanto by recharging up to 50,000 naira. From the sky coming to you,
yes, the gifts are unloading joy all over Nigeria.
From Toyota Prados to Kia Picantos, Keke Napep, generators, sewing machines, and even grinding machines. Just dial *611#. Choose your prizes, recharge the value for the month, and you too can win.
Whoa, you too can win, oh!
You are welcome back and thanks for being there. In recognition of his inspiring reportage on aging, which enhanced public positive perception and value, the Nigerian Television Authority has been honored with the Age-Friendly Public Service and Elder Justice Advocacy Award. Elizabeth Omori reports that this was at an award ceremony to recognize organizations, individuals, and state governments accelerating actions in geriatric care.
The objective of this sustainable urban and rural water supply, sanitation and hygiene soil wash midterm review round table meeting are to update and assess the performance of pilot states and also chart the path for the program's implementation in benefiting states. Discussions will resolve around challenges requiring the attention of state governors, which affect cash flow and hinder the achievement of desired results. Minister of Water Resources urged participating states to take ownership of the program. He emphasized that the NG Soil Wash initiative in Nigeria is critical in enhancing access to water, sanitation and hygiene services in both rural and urban communities.
We are going to visit all the states, the 7 state governors in their various states, and they will show us what they have on ground, and we can now explain to them and put them in the right direction of what is expected of them.
We're facing significant delays and challenges that need immediate attention.
Governor of Katsina State, Umar Dukarada, noted that states are beginning to better understand the program, acknowledging that the low implementation rates stem from a lack of clarity.
Even though Katsina State came out as #1 among the participating states in terms of the implementation, but our result also is very poor because it's about 40%. And we are expected to at least reach about 70–80% implementation.
The expected outcome of the program, which is in its third year, is that participating states should increase investment in wash services for Nigeria to achieve set targets. In Abuja, Osman Zwer, NTA News.
The Civil Science Academy of Nigeria won the National Assembly to reconsider and pass the Gender and Equal Opportunities Bill to enable women contribute more in development of the country. The group once again projected the importance of the bill at a forum on Gender and Equal Opportunities Bill and Democratic Deepening held in Abuja. Joseph Otsi reports.
You can even hear the sound of that cockroach.
The silence has been broken, and the aged in Nigeria can now live life to the fullest as advocacy on their dignity and rights strengthens. This event is a testament to the several moves by the federal government to remove barriers hampering all-round development of senior citizens in the country. Key actors in the care sector advocate reorientation on aging, improved health services, and abolishment of unfriendly cultural practices against older persons.
Your funding is really low for the millions of persons that you are in charge of. So in the 2025 budget, we are aggressively pursuing that.
Older persons' right to income security, older persons' right to continuing engagement is affected by discrimination across all the levels.
The NTA, royal foundations, institutions, non-governmental organizations, and state governments are part of those recognized for their commitment to promote social investments in aging for longevity.
Young people must stop undermining the intelligence and wisdom of the aged.
Anywhere in the country, outside the country, treat them just the way you can picture yourself when you get to that age.
Goodwill ambassadors of age-friendly services and elder justice advocacy of the NSCC were also unveiled. Elizabeth Omori, NTA News.
And that concludes our package for tonight. Do have a good night rest and a safe weekend. I am Olawumi Adeniji.